Well, hello there, my sleepy friends. It's time to rest now. Time to close your eyes. Time to drift far away from the present and step softly into the deep past. Take a long, gentle breath and let it fall away, like smoke rising from a fire. We are going back tens of thousands of years to a time before cities, before writing, before roads, to a time when humans lived in rhythm with the earth. And in the stillness of that ancient world, we find something beautiful, something unexpected, something timeless. The very first artists. The day is ending. A small band of people gathers by a fire, its flames dancing, sparks floating into the night. They live simply, in shelters of wood and stone, with tools of bone and flint, with skins to keep them warm. But tonight, as shadows lengthen, they prepare for something more than survival. They prepare to leave marks upon the world. Imagine the cave entrance, dark, cool, silent, waiting beyond the firelight. Torches are lit, flickering flames casting shadows on stone. The air grows cooler as they step inside, feet crunching on gravel, water dripping softly in the dark. The walls are bare stone, but soon they will come alive. Hands dip into powdered pigment, red ochre, yellow earth, black charcoal, fingers smear color, palms press against stone, and a simple handprint appears. A mark of presence, a whisper across time. I was here, and so the first artists speak. Some draw lines, shapes, curves that become animals. Bison, deer, horses, rhinos, lions, creatures of the hunt, creatures of the dream world. They move in torchlight, the flicker of flame making them seem alive, as if they run, leap, breathe just beneath the surface of stone. Others carve into rock, scraping, scratching, etching figures that will endure for thousands of years. And some make music, simple flutes carved from bone, soft notes drifting through the cave, echoing against walls, weaving with the images, turning silence into song. Let us wander slowly through these ancient galleries. In France, the cave of Chauvet, where lions and rhinoceroses stride across the walls, painted over 30,000 years ago. In Spain, the cave of Altamira, bison painted in deep red and black, their bodies powerful, their forms curving with the stone ceiling. In Indonesia, on the island of Sulawesi, a handprint, over 40,000 years old, one of the oldest pieces of art in the world. And in South Africa, Blombos Cave, pieces of ochre carved with careful crosshatch designs, simple, abstract, but undeniably human. Everywhere we look, from Europe to Africa to Asia, humans have left their marks, silent, enduring, beautiful. Perhaps they painted to tell stories, perhaps to guide the hunt, perhaps to honor the animals they depended upon, or perhaps they painted simply because they could, because something inside them stirred, a desire to create, to imagine, to transform stone into something more. This urge, this quiet creativity, is the same spark that lives in us today. Picture them now, kneeling in the cave's darkness, holding a torch in one hand, a brush of moss or hair in the other. They blow pigment through hollow bones, spraying color across their hands, leaving silhouettes on the wall, They grind ochre into powder, mixing it with water or fat, stirring slowly, patiently, until it becomes paint. They hum softly as they work, their voices low, their breath steady, a rhythm of focus, a meditation in color. For these people, art was not separate from life. It was woven into survival, woven into ritual, woven into dreaming. A carved bead worn around the neck, a shell painted with red pigment, a bone flute played by firelight. Every object touched by human hands could become more than useful. It could become beautiful. Now, let us wander slowly through the whispers of time and notice the quiet marvels left behind by the very first artists. Imagine the oldest known cave paintings, over 40,000 years old, lines and shapes pressed into stone by hands long vanished, hands just like ours, reaching, touching, leaving their mark. Picture the colors they used, the deep reds of ochre, the dark black of charcoal, and soft hints of yellow earth, all drawn from the world around them, from soil, from rock, from nature itself, transformed gently into art. And these were not only animals, though bison, horses, and lions move across the walls, but also dots, spirals, abstract signs, patterns that speak in silence, patterns that still whisper to us today. Notice the hands pressed into stone, some small, delicate, belonging to women or children, a silent signature of presence, a quiet claim on time itself. And listen, even to the music that drifted through these caves, bone flutes carved more than 35,000 years ago, soft notes echoing against stone, weaving with the painted shapes, turning the silence into song, turning shadow into memory. Everywhere humans went, art followed, and each mark, each sound, was a gentle reaching outward, a desire to be known, to be remembered, to share the wonder of life itself. So now, let your mind rest on these quiet truths that even tens of thousands of years ago, people dreamed, they created, they imagined, and they made beauty that still survives, that still speaks, that still calls softly to us across the vastness of time. Breathe and feel yourself carried with them through the caves, through shadow, through light, into the gentle rhythm of human creativity, and let it soothe you slowly, peacefully. Now, return to the fire outside the cave. The paintings are complete for the night. The artists step back into the open air, their skin dusted with ochre and ash, their hands stained red and black. They sit quietly, listening to the crackle of firewood, watching sparks rise into the dark. The youngest child holds a torch, still glowing, still warm. They stare wide-eyed at the walls they helped paint, impressions already etched into memory. The group hums softly, a rhythm of voices blending together, telling stories of the hunt, of the animals now dancing on stone, and slowly the night deepens, the fire softens, the voices fade. And so, as you rest tonight, remember the first artists, their hands pressed to stone, their breath carrying pigment, their torches glowing in the dark, their voices humming, their flutes echoing, their images moving in the firelight. These people, so long ago, were not so different from us. They dreamed, they created, they imagined, they made beauty in a world of survival. And tonight, as you drift into sleep, you carry their spark with you, a spark as old as humankind itself, a spark that will never fade. So close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the ancient songs carry you softly, peacefully into dream.